I think that Manchester United have got a big Casemiro problem going on right now in this summer transfer window because it's looking increasingly unlikely we're going to end up selling Casemiro this transfer window. And the reasons for it are because Saudi Arabia are looking to bring in younger players into their league and into their teams instead of older players like what Casemiro is. And so that just makes it increasingly unlikely. And a big positive in selling someone like Casemiro as well is the money we would get off it as well from Saudi Arabia. We ideally need Saudi Arabia, like a team from Saudi Arabia, to buy Casemiro, but there's a problem. There's a big problem if we don't sell him, and it's looking really increasingly unlikely it's not going to happen. And which it's just because we're not hearing enough about it. That's the thing. We're not hearing anything about Casemiro leaving. And you would have thought we would have by now. You really would have thought we would have heard more about Casemiro leaving by now. He was meant to be on the leavers list for this summer transfer window. The plan has always been to sell Casemiro this summer. And, there's no teams making any moves for him. And that's the thing. And it's not good at all. And, there'll be some people out there who want to give Casemiro a chance for this 2024 to 25 season. But, look, overall, he's one of the best centre midfielders ever, to be fair, that we've had in ages in football. 100%. He's absolutely class overall when he was in his prime, and that's what we saw back in the 2022 to 2023 season. We had prime Casemiro. He was doing his thing. He was really good holding the midfield well, really great pass accuracy, putting some good long balls up the pitch as well, very good on the ball, and just always looked comfortable on the ball, picked his spots well, and was able to really help us create some good chances. And that's what we needed from Casemiro. He's making some really important tackles in that midfield. No one could get past him. We were winning that midfield battle a lot in that 2022 to 2023 season when we had Casemiro in his prime. He was fantastic. But last season, the 2023 to 24 season, shocking stuff from Casemiro, especially those last few games. Shocking stuff, giving the ball away, so ridiculously many misplaced passes from Casemiro. He offers nothing, to be fair, last season. He offered us absolutely nothing apart from many, many, many mistakes where other teams were just able to capitalize on us because of him. In that midfield, he just let players past him so easily, didn't use his strength like we're used to seeing from him. He just let you run right past him, gave you the ball, and that's it. It was just too easy for opposition teams to get around, and that can't be the case. And it's a huge risk for Manchester United giving Casemiro another opportunity going into this 24-25 season. It's a huge risk because, so far, this transfer window, we're seeming like in a really, really, really good place at the moment. We are in a really good place with the signings we're making, Xerxes, obviously, Yoro, now Agate. We're in a good place now. And that's the thing. We can't have Casemiro in that midfield messing it up. And, midfield, let's be real, it's the centre midfield's a ridiculously important position. Like in the midfield, you were able to push the pace of a match, and that's what Casemiro has been able to do a lot of the time. He's been able to try and push the pace of a match, really control it in that midfield, keep good control for Manchester United. And recently, from what we've seen from Casemiro, he has not been able to do that. He's not been that important centre midfielder that, Casemiro is known to be, the Real Madrid one that there was, and the 22 to 23 season Casemiro that we got at Manchester United. It's not there anymore. It's non-existent now. And, you never know. It could have been a massive blip from Casemiro. But again, no, from what we saw in that Ronsberg game, when he played in that first half, it still was not good enough from Casemiro. And you were expecting a Ronsberg I know it's only pre-season, but in that when we're playing someone like Ronsberg in pre-season, it's a game which is meant to really try and build your confidence back up again. And you know, we saw nothing but, you know, a hesitant, shy Casemiro in that midfield. And that's not the real Casemiro at all. He's shy to go into balls now, really shy to try and make tackles, and really shy to use his strength. And it's a shame because this is not the Casemiro that we know. And I think it's a huge problem if we don't end up offloading in this summer, because we pay too much. We pay him too much money for him to just be there, sat on the bench. And that's the thing. He's one of the most high-paid players in this Manchester United team. We paid too much for him to sit on that bench 24/7. He's going to be given game time, and it's a huge, huge, huge risk to have someone like Casemiro in this team now when he's nowhere near as good as he is. He's like mid-30s now as well. It's not looking great overall, to be fair. It's not looking great. And his best days 100% behind him. And I think we really should offload him to Saudi Arabia. And look, I like Casemiro. When he's in his prime, he's absolutely class and a joy to watch in this Manchester United side. Like, you know, he came into this Manchester United team after, you know, we were struggling in that midfield for years. We were barely winning that midfield battle for such a long time. Casemiro came in and changed that, gave us some real, you know, made us more stable in that midfield. But now it's like it's just back to how it was from what we've seen, from what we saw last season. And there's time for a change. Casemiro, you know, he's a problem right now, needs to go. He was a big issue last season. He can't continue on. That's the harsh reality. And yeah, well, we need to be looking at other midfielders. And yeah, that's that. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Speak to you in a bit.